Okay, time for the KIRO 7 High School Football Report, our Saturday home for the final 3 weeks of the season because we're in playoff time. 4A quarterfinal action, Lake Stevens hosting Gonzaga Prep for the second straight year. Vikings up by 4 in the second quarter. Colton Matson spotting Jaden Lamar. That's always a good decision. Lamar goes in. Nice stiff arm to get to the end zone. Lake Stevens led 21-10 at halftime. And Lamar, he's been driving the Vikings offense all season long. It was no different tonight. They kept the pedal down. 7-yard touchdown there. The second of five touchdowns for Jaden Lamar to go with 293 yards overall. Impressive 42-17 win. Lake Stevens averaging 49 points a game. They're back in the semis.
Our line, they were firing on cylinders. Couldn't have done anything without them, but it was absolutely amazing to see them perform like that and help me get there.
I thought our kids played really hard, played really well tonight, but ultimately we're trying to get to the championship, so it's Graham Kapowski next Saturday, it sounds like.
Lake Stevens will face GK. That's because the Eagles won on the road at Sumner Friday night. The defending 4A champions got some revenge for their regular season meeting back in September. Davion Superales hit Jabez Woods as GK built a 21-7 lead at halftime. Sumner rallied as Jay Mentink could not be kept out of the end zone. That tied the game at 21-all, but with less than 2 minutes to play, Superales takes it 26 yards by himself. That was the game winner as Graham Kapowski kept its hopes of a repeat title alive with a 28-21 thriller. The other 4A game on Friday had Skyline against Kennedy Catholic. Skyline jumped out to an early 10-0 lead. Michael Grimmer with a beauty to Trey Crandall from 26 yards out. Both teams combined for 5 interceptions in the first half, but it was JFK who capitalized on them. Mason Hayes jumped in front of the pass, and he was off to the races. That interception return turned the game around for the Lancers. Zuri Alexander had 4 touchdowns on the ground, 38 unanswered points for JFK as they advanced to the state semis for the first time since 2006. And on the bottom of the 4A bracket, top seed Chiawana was stunned at home by Emerald Ridge. The Jaguars had a nice long bus ride home from the Tri-Cities. Tayshawn Mix finding the end zone for Emerald Ridge, but the drama came late in the game. Trailing by 5, Jake Skockle hit Mitchell Condon in the front corner of the end zone for the touchdown. Tack on a 2-point conversion, and Emerald Ridge continues its best season in school history. They'll host Kennedy Catholic next Saturday.
Now to 3A, Bellevue and Lincoln. This is a wild game. Wolverines strike first. Eshawn Daniels, 83 yards, exactly how you take the crowd out of the game on the road. So Bellevue led 7-0 at the half. Their defense, however, struggled to stop Gabari Johnson. Who hasn't struggled to stop him? Twice in the second half, Gabari scored to make it 14-7 Lincoln, but these two were just getting started. A wild fourth quarter. Bellevue made it a 1-point game again as Carson Rubin went 55 yards for the score. 14-13. Lincoln came right back. A short run by Navari Dixon. So 20-13 with about 3 minutes left, but you can never count the Wolverines out. They score to make it 20-19. They get stopped here on the 2-point conversion, right? So Lincoln celebrates. They think they've won the ball game. But there's 50 seconds left. Here comes the onside kick. These things never work, right? Oh, they work. Bellevue goes and gets the onside kick. The Wolverines, with just seconds on the clock, get the game-winning field goal. They steal one over the Abes with 16 seconds left, 22-20.
These guys had 100% faith in me. Had 100% faith in me. Coaches trusted me. I believe in myself, and I knew I was going to make it.
I'm just so proud of these guys today, and they never stop believing. Never stop believing. We do onside kick, we do PAT, we do field goal every single day. Consistently, we see those mundane tasks are really what add up, and the kick won us the game today.
That is one way for the Wolverines to advance. The Wolverines better get ready because a showdown with Yelm is coming up next. Tornadoes shook off an early fumble. They walked down the field. 4th and goal. Damien Alona rolling out. Kyler Ronquillo hauls it in. Yelm's defense also doing the job. Good pressure on the quarterback right here, forcing a bad pass. And Ray Wright turns that into points. Johnny on the spot, 24 yards. That made it 14-0. And then on the next possession, Yelm went for the knockout. Alona to Aiden Shaler, 74 yards for the score. Tornadoes held off a late charge from the Lions. They win it by 9. They are in the semis for the first time in school history. At Memorial Stadium this afternoon, a home game for O'Day as they played host to Stanwood. Spartans have survived all season long by running the football. Ryder Baumgartner is gone on that one, so it's a great start, but they need more of that because Jalen Brown from O'Day, nobody has stopped him all year long. And, well, nobody stopped him today either. There he goes around the right side, touchdown pass, touchdown run. And that opened up things for the play action pass. Getting ahead of myself here because Luke Deanna with the fake and Tucker Ashcroft is wide open. The Irish go on to win it 42-21. They'll face off with Eastside Catholic for the second time this year after the Crusaders beat Ferndale today. Let's go to 2A. WF West winning as well, and they will take on North Kitsap. North Kitsap winning last night. And then Enumclaw holds on for a 3-point win. They'll meet Linden. Linden won last night. That's going to be a good battle. So those are your 2A scores. So we had 4A, 3A, 2A. We're counting them down. The semifinals are next week.